The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency released the draft of its contaminated waters list in November. Crystal Lake in Robbinsdale is now on that list due to high levels of PFOS. I explain what that means for Robbinsdale and Crystal Lake neighbors. It's a year-round effort in the land of 10,000 lakes.
We're out there looking for a lot of the pollutants that are out there.
Leah Charles is a part of the MPCA team that coordinates the Minnesota Impaired Waters List, which Crystal Lake and Robbinsdale was recently added to.
This is the first time it's being listed for PFOS in fish tissue.
Scientists found PFOS, or perfluorooctane sulfonic acid, in Crystal Lake fish tissue.
It is above our water quality criteria for what we would consider safe for human consumption.
PFOS are chemicals once used in some consumer products, like stain-resistant clothes and food packaging. Human exposure to PFOS can lead to a number of health issues.
You might have to limit your fish consumption from that, but check with Department of Health on that.
Summer Streets is a research scientist with the MPCA. She's also a PFOS expert. She suspects the contamination came from firefighting foam, and it's not likely to last in the lake.
PFOS, anyway, happens to have a very short half-life in fish. That's the amount of time it takes for the fish to get rid of half of their load of PFAS.
Streets says the contamination will likely cycle out of the fish in Crystal Lake in 2 years. In the meantime, most Crystal Lake activities are still all clear.
It's important to remember those uses, because just because it's impaired for aquatic consumption doesn't mean it's impaired for aquatic recreation.
The Minnesota Department of Health offers guidelines on consuming fish from bodies of water with PFOS. We'll share a link to that resource on ccxmedia.org. In this season of giving, people who help fight hunger in the Twin Cities are making a plea for fresh food. Experts say the need for fresh produce at food shelves has never been greater. Here at Interfaith Outreach in Plymouth, they've seen a 14% increase in the number of people coming to their food shelf. Those families request items like fruits, vegetables, milk, and eggs more than any other items. On Thursday, the CEO of Second Harvest Heartland helped pack food with volunteers to highlight the critical need for produce.
Produce is such an important staple for families all year round, but especially right now. And again, we're just seeing historic need. We need to all come to the table to help with this. The good news is that we can all help.
People can help by volunteering and providing financial donations. For more information on how you can help Interfaith Outreach, we'll have a link on our website. Looking for meal ideas over the holidays? Well, here's a way to warm up the soul. Rusty Ray shows us some excellent soup options.
As the seasons change, so do the things that we like to eat, maybe keep us comfortable. It's cold outside, so we got to stay warm maybe with some soups or some stews. And we're joined again by Hy-Vee registered dietitian Aaliyah Lesterfight. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
And we like to stay warm. And what are the things that you like to make in this time of year to kind of comfort foods, warm foods?
Yes, so it is getting chilly out there, unfortunately. And yeah, I like to warm up with stews, chilies, soups, all those kind of things. They're really great options for getting a whole meal in kind of one pot or one dish as well. So I love things like crock pot meals. I'll make chili in the crock pot all the time. I have a turkey pumpkin recipe.
Turkey pumpkin. So today we've got a recipe to make
what? Today we are making Sloppy Joe soup, because who doesn't like a good Sloppy Joe?
Soup. We're combining food.
Yes.
Multitasking, right? Okay.
So ahead of time, I actually prepped about 2 pounds of ground beef.
Okay.
So this was 93% lean. You can use what works best for you. I like the 93% lean because it kind of keeps the saturated fats down a little bit.
And I see we've got lots of veggies in there.
We do have lots of veggies in here. So I added some chopped frozen onions, but you can use fresh onions too if you want, and chopped bell peppers, so multiple different colors, lots of different good vitamins and minerals. So we're going to add that to our hot Dutch oven here.
Oh boy. That's a lot of meat, 2 pounds, that'll
I know, it's gonna feed a lot of people,
Sure.
And this is something that after you make it, you could also freeze some of it later to have for other meals, stuff like that. And then to that, we're actually going to add 2 cans of chicken gumbo soup.
So that's already got some veggies in it too.
That has some veggies in it too. Some rice in there.
A little bit of spice to it if it's gumbo.
It's got some. It's got some flavor. I wouldn't say it's spicy by any means, but you can always, if you want something that's a little bit spicier, you can always kick it up with all sorts of different spices. That's the other thing, is you can always adjust flavors, even if you have recipe that you're working off of, you can adjust the seasonings and stuff in there too. And then I have a packet of Sloppy Joe seasoning that we're going to also add. Right. You could also use like canned Sloppy Joe sauce or something like that if you wanted to. And then I'm also going to add about 3 cups of water to this.
Man, this is great already.
Yep, super easy, comes together really fast. I think the whole recipe maybe takes 25 minutes altogether. Obviously quicker now because I had things prepared.
Right.
And then honestly, you're just gonna let this simmer for kind of 8 to 10 minutes and let things kind of come together. You could top it with some fresh dill. You could toast some whole wheat hamburger buns and you know,
so it's like
put those on
Sloppy
top.
Joe experience.
Yeah, and you can do whatever you want with it to kind of make it your own. Oh, and I also almost forgot to add the 2 cups of Hy-Vee chicken broth. Yes.
Good flavor in there too, and kind of.
Yep. You can add as much as you want to make it as thick as you want or as loose as you want as well, depending on your preference.
Okay, a crowd pleaser.
Yes.
All right, Aaliyah Lester-Fite from Hy-Vee, thank you for coming by today.
Thank you for having me.
If you're interested in making your own version of the Sloppy Joe soup at home, we'll have that recipe on our website, ccxmedia.org.